The question is, when a yogi in a Hatha Yoga decides to go deep into the path, or on the path, or under the path, if they have any commitment or they take a vow. It depends on what level and form of practice. More the practice will be religious, then these rituals will be involved, that you take a vow or that you need to sacrifice something. If you go beyond this, the commitment needs to be done for the self. It's between you and yourself. So this is where when the spiritual practice gets higher and higher in terms of consciousness, there is not anymore this relationship of parenthood between the student and the teacher. Often because students are a little bit weak and they used to, this is how we get programmed, that we're moving in life only when there is a treat ahead of us. So when people reward us, or somebody said, if you will do it, I will be very proud of you. Since we are very little, we program actually to move in life like that. And that makes us very dependent. We evolving only when somebody acknowledging us. And real spiritual evolution should be not dependent on any external expectations or reward or acknowledgement. You do it for yourself, but it's very, very hard for people to do it. So this is why there is in most of the spiritual path, in the lower level of the practice, constantly rewards. If you are in martial arts, you get belts in different colors. So you have something to aim. I'm doing the practice very well, I'm in orange, and then I am really serious, then I'm getting to green or blue or whatever. But really, in the highest practice even of martial arts, when you get to black belt and you start to understand the practice is for yourself and not to get approved or get acknowledged, from black belt you have to go back to white. You're actually starting from the beginning, but this time you do it for no one. So let's say, it's easier for people in the beginning to get either a reward or they commit to somebody, and then they know there is expectations for them to do it, and that's what moved them. But you understand that if you are practicing for somebody or from organization or for big guru acknowledgement, you are not a free person. And the whole practice of spirituality is to become free. So you can create your own commitment. You can create a vow between yourself. Or rituals. Rituals are very nice when you are feeling you're moving and you create a ritual. This is why we have rituals in life. They're actually disappearing now. But in the old time you have rituals for everything. Ritual for full moon and new moon, and winter comes and spring comes. And rituals are just nice to stage a moment that maybe it's a turn point. But the commitment in the end of the day must be for you. And as long as you're doing it, so your teacher will be proud of you, or your colleagues or spiritual community will be proud of you or praise you, you are not free. You're still using the programming of constantly doing things for acknowledgement. You just do it in a spiritual content. So that's the problem sometimes when people moving to the spiritual path from different life and they don't change the programming. They keep the programming and the content change to be spiritual. You need to break the chains. You need to break the dependency on external acknowledgement. This is where we're becoming slaves. When we constantly do everything in life so somebody will be aware of it. And then you see, even on a daily life, most of the time we do things much more better if people watching us, or they will be there and we know they evaluate us. That's what drives most of the people in career. It's very sad. They will work very hard if they will get promotion. But on the spiritual path, you are doing what has to be done no matter if somebody watch you or not, or will promote you or not. Otherwise, whatever you do in life is very conditioned and always on an external acknowledgement. And you can see it even at work environment. You know, people suddenly know nobody watch them, and everybody gets a little bit crazy, and they don't do the work they need to do, especially if they know nobody will find out that they didn't. But that's not awareness. When you are aware and you are really fully in the moment, you do what has to be done, no matter if there is any reward to you in the end of the day. So we trained, you know, I have to say, it sounds horrible, but in a way, the way we train dogs, it's the way we were trained as well. It's always there is something in front of our nose that moves us forward. And if it's not, we stop doing it. And if some people need big treat in front of their nose to move, some people it's a small one, it changes from one to the other, but most of the people needs to know they will get something. So there is no more doing something for doing it. It's always somewhere connected to others evaluating you. That's how we started in school. The whole program, the whole system of education, it's all about rewarding. Then we're moving into the relationship with God. Same. Most of the people are good out there, if they believe in God, is because God will evaluate them, and probably they will get a reward in the end, either go to paradise or heaven, and if they are not good, they will go to hell. That's what moves people in life. Now, in the lowest level of practice spirituality, we have it the same. It's the karma system. The same system evolved. You will be a very good spiritual person. You will have a good karma next lifetime. You are going to mess up. You're going to come back as a little cat. So look, in all aspects, you will see this treatment, this kind of a treat, this kind of rewarding system. That's what moves people. Rarely you will see people do what they have to do, even if nobody noticed them, and they fully into the action. Now, to break this structure from each cell in our body, that's a tough one. We're so accustomed to it, and this is how we even in our relationship, we demand acknowledgement for what we did. I created a beautiful dinner for my partner. It's better that he will say something. Otherwise, there are no more good dinners for him. You understand? So there is constantly expectation. You didn't notice that I cleaned the house today? You didn't say anything that I painted the kitchen. More rewards we're asking for, more acknowledgement we're asking for, less free we are. So yes, in the spiritual structure, it is happening as well, because masters knew very well the nature of their students, and the only way to move them is to ask for commitment and reward them when they're fulfilling